All right, all right. How's everyone doing tonight? Good, good. Glad to hear it. Good evening, everyone, family and friends of the bride and groom. My name is Jed, longtime friend of John, and it is my honor to stand by John on this special day and watch him marry his best friend and the love of his life. I'm gonna go a little bit off script here, but just meeting everyone here today, some of the people for the first time, I see why you guys have such a strong support system. So many wonderful people in the crowd tonight. Christine and John, you've put together an amazing celebration here today, and seeing all your loved ones come out and support you just show how impactful your love is for one another. Christine, you look amazing. In the moments I've shared with you, you've been so kind and full of joy. High-key, you also share some of the funniest stuff on your Instagram stories, so I'm always about that. Being around you is easy, and I look forward to spending much more time with you in the future. I see how natural you and John are together, and I'm happy to see you two experience this new chapter in life. John, Quiznos himself, where do I even begin? Is it the middle school days, thinking we were never going to get girlfriends, ever? Talking on AOL Instant Messenger? Or the summer nights where you took me and my now wife to Disney? Maybe it's even those days where I didn't know how to express myself, but you always had my back, and you were always there to support me. I could reminisce, I could go on and on about all the laughs, all the memories we've had together, but I want to take this time to remind you and everyone here that you are a good man, full of character, wit, and crazy good Mario Kart skills. Meeting someone as trustworthy as you doesn't come often. Having an enduring friendship like this doesn't come often. I'm proud of the person you've grown into, and I'm really thankful to be here as your best man. I know you'll make a great husband, and Christine, I know you'll make an amazing wife. God bless the both of you. I wish you both a lifetime of happiness. So everyone, let's raise a glass to the newlyweds. Cheers to Mr. and Mrs. Quiros. Thank you.
Hi. For those who I haven't introduced myself to yet, my name is Halas, and I'm John's best woman. And yes, that's a thing now. It's 2023. So I only get 2 minutes to speak. So before Juliana starts telling me to hurry up, I'll get right to it. So John and Christine, as you guys know, Shane and I are almost at our 2-year mark of marriage. So that means I am now qualified to give you guys some marriage advice. You guys have probably heard all the generic, never go to bed angry, don't stress the small stuff, always say I love you by now, but this is my advice. Keep dating each other. Keep that fire burning and excitement going. Keep taking each other out on dates. Surprise each other with what activity or restaurant you're gonna go to. Get dressed up. Buy her flowers. Keep doing all the things that you guys did when you first started dating. Shane and I have been doing something called New Food Fridays ever since we started dating, and we still do it to this day. So I read about this thing called the 222 marriage, where you go on a date at least once every 2 weeks, an overnight date at least twice a year, and a big trip together at least every 2 years. So make time for each other and make every day of marriage like the first date. Love is a friendship that caught fire, so may your love burn bright for years to come. So here's to my best friend and his new best friend. I love you both. Cheers.
All right. Hi, everyone. I am Julia. I am Kristen's best friend. Woo, it is nerve-wracking being up here. Okay. So So many of you know that the bride is Christine. But let me just go back to tell you how I met Kristen. It was 4th grade, and our teacher, Miss Maurer, she arranged our seats in alphabetical order. I turned to my left, and there was a girl in a purple zip jacket, and she introduced herself and said, "Hi, my name is Kristen Barrios. What's your name?" I was so nervous. I quickly introduced myself, said, I'm Julia. We quickly became the best of friends. I never thought God would bless me with someone like her at 9 years old to allow our friendship to blossom into what it is today. Woo! Okay, guys. We went through so many of our milestones together, even though we were apart. She moved away in 4th grade. We saw each other every summer, kept in touch. Chris and I essentially went through middle school and high school. We communicated through, snail mail, MySpace, singing through LW, Britney Spears, the whole works. Oops, sorry, guys. She was the one person I could always count on to not judge me and be my cheerleader and support system growing up. It was so hard to find a friendship like this, and I'm forever blessed. Every heartbreak I went through, hardships I faced, and loved ones that passed, she was there for me to show me that God was present and allowed me to become stronger and overcome my hurdles. She was my college roomie, my lazy river buddy. She even took my contacts out, if anyone knows that context. She is a kind and beautiful and such a loving person. She loves her family so much and always puts others before her. So I just want to say thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Barrios for raising such a wonderful daughter. She was there for me when I met the love of my life, and I hope that she would find the type of love that she deserves. So thank you, Jonathan, for taking that chance and going on that date with Chris to brunch at Snooze. Thank you for being kind, loving, and for continuing to instill the Lord in your lives. I can't wait for you both to experience life together, experience holidays as husband and wife, and continue to love each other through all the hard times. I'm so happy that you found the love that you deserved. Here's a quote from our favorite Winnie the Pooh movie. "One thing you should know, no matter where I go, we'll always be together forever and ever. I will forever go through the ups and downs with you, be there when you need me, and forever will be your best friends." So cheers to you, Kristen. Cheers to you and Jonathan. Love you both, and congratulations. Thank you.
Hello, hello. For those of you who don't know, my name is Grace, and I'm the younger sister of Christine. Throughout my life, ever since I was little, I refer to Christine as ate, which is the Filipino term for older sister. Despite her being 9 years older than me, I eventually grew to be taller than her, so she's about like here. We sat next to each other. But yet to this day, she still remains a person that I always look up to. And so back in January 2019, when I received a text message from her about this random guy that she met on the internet, I wondered to myself, what the heck? Who is this guy? Like, is he an acquaintance? Is he a friend? Or is he possibly something more? And when my sister asked me to look through his Facebook profile to learn more information about him, and for me to report my findings to her, just normal sisterly things, I knew that this person was special in her eyes. I remember the day when she came back home after their very first date. There was a certain glow on her face, a twinkle in her eye. I saw how excited she was when she told me everything that they did that day. It warmed my heart to see her happy. I even remember telling Julia, her best friend, about how happy I felt for her. However, as a protective sister, it took me some time to warm up to her new love. I knew from the beginning that he was a good guy, but because my sister got heartbroken in the past, I just couldn't stand to see her hurt again in the case that things didn't work out between them. So for a good amount during the relationship, I kept my guard up. But as time went on, I gradually saw how much joy, love, and happiness Jonathan has brought into my sister's life. I really appreciate him making the efforts to get to know not just me, but also our family as well. For example, he would always invite me to their dates and their outings just to get to know me better. He always made the journey to Salinas when my sister and I lived with our parents during the pandemic. And he didn't do this just once, but multiple times. And then from what my sister tells me, whenever she feels anxious, scared, or stressed, Jonathan comforts her in the way that calmed her best with patience, gentleness, and kindness. And so I want to say thank you to Jonathan for taking good care of my sister from the first time you met up until this very moment and into the future as a newly married couple. After getting to know you better and seeing how genuine the love is between you and my sister, I'm sincerely happy that she's found someone for her. You can finally trust that she's in good hands. And then to my sister, thank you for always being there to love and support me throughout every season of my life. I always look fondly at our YouTube covers, baking desserts, hanging out with family, our adventures together, and the laughs we shared. I know we've encountered rocky moments in our relationship, but I'm really happy that we were both able to grow closer to each other in these past 2 years. You pour so much of your heart out for the people you love, and for that, you deserve the world. You'll always inspire me to be kind and caring to everyone I meet, and I hope we will continue to be best friends no matter what. So I'd like to raise a toast to wish Christine and Jonathan all the very best in their marriage and this new chapter of their lives. And to Jonathan, I'm finally happy to call you Kuya, which, if you don't know, is the Filipino word for older brother in our culture. Thank you so much for everything, and welcome to the family.